Well, my friends, it's Gabriel with The Last Huntsman Outdoors here. We're just going to be kind of doing a little discussion video. What we're going to be discussing is camp knives. Now, right off the bat, I'm just going to straight up state what I think a camp knife is. I know everybody's going to kind of have their own opinion on it. But for me, a camp knife is something that is about a 4.5-inch blade to about a 5.5-inch blade. So it's not like that larger mid-sized survival knife, but it's not really that like small EDC belt knife either. It's kind of just a weird in between. I've always found that like that 5-inch blade is a size that I like and find awkward at the same time. But over time, I've been finding that I've been liking that size quite a bit, more and more actually, because it's still fairly comfortable to hold on your side, but yet I still feel like it can do a lot of just general knife tasks. One I have here is the Work Tough Gear Red Wolf. Actually, I'll show you 5 of my favorite 5-inch roughly camp knives. Another one I have here is the Lionsteel M5. Awesome little blade. Another one, Primitive Bear Knives Essential. Survive 4.7. This one feels really great in hand, and that reddish kind of natural micarta. Really eager to get some more use with this one. Another one I'm really excited for here is this is the new Schwarz LT5 or Lost Trail 5. Alright, and while discussing camp knives, I'll kind of just throw in a little caveat here. What I kind of consider something as like a EDC fixed blade is something that I can carry on me on a day-to-day basis, that I can even conceal. And so generally kind of what I look for is something with that like 3.5 to 4-inch blade range, and ideally with kind of an overall length of right around or less than 8 inches. This one here is the Primitive Bear Knives Hunter's EDC in crew wear. Now, speaking of Primitive Bear Knives, he's one of my favorite makers, and I will say I have a 15% discount using Last Huntsman. I will put in the description box below, but be sure to check out his knives because I think they're really awesome. All right, let's get back to camp knives. Now, something that I've been finding that I like to look for with a camp knife, because honestly I've been kind of being more drawn to this size of knife, and I like something with a deep guard, so that if I did want to use it as like a soldier tactical knife, it would do fairly well, which all 5 of these that I've shown has that kind of pretty deep guard. I like something that can index well, so something that's not like too round of a handle, but at the same time has great ergonomics, but you can index it, and so you can tell what direction your blade is going. And now, this is something that a lot of people may or may not like, but I personally don't like a Scandi grind. I know there's a lot of people that like Scandi grinds. That's, you know, all the power to you if you like Scandi grinds. I personally don't. Me personally, generally I lean on a full flat or a high saber grind. There's a couple of these that's kind of more of like a, well, that's still kind of a high saber grind. It's pushing more towards the middle, but I generally like that high saber grind. I find for my uses and general woodworking and camp type of task, or even like a potential hunting knife, high saber grind works fairly well. Me personally, I find that Scandi grinds are fairly kind of limited on their overall practicality. But if you really like Scandi grind, then all the power to you. Alright, so these are some of my most recommended camp knives. Probably do kind of a longer video on all these, and also definitely get a review of this one and this one out there. These three already has reviews, so be sure to check the videos out. But this is what I would probably recommend as my top 5 camp knives. Now, tell me what you guys think in the comments below. And as always, be prepared both physically and spiritually. God bless. Carry on.